You know, you probably apologized to someone today, and it was probably for something that was not even your fault.
Right. I know I definitely did that this morning. It just slips out.
It really does. Well, welcome to our deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we are looking at three very common words. And pardon.
Yes. We use these words constantly, but we actually use them completely wrong.
We do. And today, we're going to explain why these words lost their original meaning and why saying sorry too much might actually be hurting your confidence at work.
It is a really fascinating topic. To understand the confusion, we have to look at the original jobs these words were supposed to do.
Okay, so let us break that down step by step. What was the original job of the word sorry?
Well, sorry was designed for the past. It was meant to express regret for an action that already happened.
So like a mistake you made yesterday.
Exactly. You made a mistake. You feel bad about it, so you say you are sorry.
I see. So sorry is basically like putting a Band-Aid on a mistake you already caused.
That is a perfect way to explain it, yes. A Band-Aid for the past. But then we have, excuse me, and that works on a totally different timeline.
Oh, really? How does it, work?
It is for the future. You use it to get attention, or you use it as a polite warning sign before you enter someone's space.
Right. So sorry is a Band-Aid for the past, and, is a warning sign for the future. That is very simple to remember.
It is. But the problem is, we now use both words for the exact same things. We just use them to make social situations feel less awkward.
Right, we just blur them together. Why did that happen?
Well, linguistically, it is a process called semantic bleaching.
Semantic bleaching. Can you explain that a little more for us?
Sure. Think of washing a brightly colored shirt too many times. The color washes out. The same thing happens to words.
Oh, wow. So we use a word so much that it loses its heavy emotional weight.
Precisely. We bleach the meaning right out of it. Centuries ago, the word sorry shared a root with the word sore.
Wait, like a sore muscle?
Yes, exactly. It meant you were in deep physical or emotional pain. Your heart was heavy with guilt. It was very serious.
That is wild. And what about pardon?
Pardon was not just a polite noise. It was a literal legal forgiveness. It was granted by a king for a very serious crime.
A king. Wow. So we took these incredibly heavy, dramatic words and just sanded the edges down.
We did. We made them small so we could use them every day. We use them without causing a big scene.
That makes a lot of sense. But if sorry no longer means we are in deep pain, what does it mean now?
Now it is just a reflex. It is a tool to protect our public image.
Right. I think many people experience that, like when someone else bumps into you, but you say sorry anyway.
Exactly. We do that because humans want to keep group harmony. We want to avoid conflict at all costs.
But I imagine that instinct causes some real-world problems.
Yeah.
Especially if people think you are actually admitting you did something wrong.
It absolutely does. In fact, it caused a massive legal headache in Canada.
Oh, really? What happened in Canada?
Well, people were reflexively saying sorry at the scene of car accidents. They just wanted to break the awkward tension.
Oh, I see where this is going. Let me guess. Insurance companies started using those apologies as literal confessions of guilt in court.
That is exactly what happened. It became a huge legal liability. So in 2009, Canada actually passed the Apology Act.
Wait, a whole law just for apologies?
Yes. The law officially states that saying sorry cannot be used in civil court to prove you are at fault.
That is amazing. The government had to step in to protect people from being too polite.
Right. The law basically had to recognize semantic bleaching. It protects people who are just trying to smooth over a tense moment.
That is so interesting. You know, it reminds me of a modern trend I keep seeing, a trend for professionals in the workplace.
Oh, you mean with corporate emails?
Yes, exactly. Career coaches are telling people to completely remove the word sorry from their work emails.
Because apologizing constantly makes you look less confident, especially when you did not even make a real mistake.
Right. So instead of writing, sorry for the delay, they teach you to write, thank you for your patience.
That is a great trick. It flips the dynamic completely.
It really does. You stop taking on unnecessary blame. And that protects your professional confidence. Just like that Canadian law protects your legal liability.
Exactly. It really shows that these are not just polite noises. They are complex social tools. We use them to manage our image and set boundaries.
We really do. Well, that leaves us with an interesting question for you to think about today.
Yes. Pay close attention to your own conversational reflexes today.
Exactly. Notice every time you say sorry. But let us take it one step further. If we all train ourselves to stop saying sorry just to feel comfortable, What happens next?
That is a great point. What new words are we going to invent to fill that awkward silence?
Right. Because when we bump shoulders on the subway,
Yeah.
something has to fill that gap.
It is a great linguistic mystery to watch out for.
It really is. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you learned something new today. We will catch you next time.